Hello and welcome back, friends. If you are new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now we're covering ATP, Athens, and Metz. So get yourself involved in the comments. Tell me what you got going on for the quarterfinals. And keep your eyes peeled for my pinned comment if you would like to bet along with what I'm betting with. If you do like the breakdown of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. Thanks in advance. If you would like to support the channel or just get my picks as soon as I upload, you can subscribe. It's the fastest way to do so. We're almost at 800 subs, by the way. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep growing. Appreciate you guys. I love you all. If you do feel generous for any of the wins or advice that leads you to wins on this channel, there is a link at the bottom of the pinned comment if you would like to donate, as well as a link to my free Discord where we have plays, extra plays on tennis, advice if you need it, WTA picks as well. Okay, so with that being said, what are we looking like for today? Crazy day, right? Kecmanovic, our Lord and Savior, right now for the day. I be telling myself things and I don't listen. Is what I'm gonna start with that. You don't take Bublik in the first round. I did it because I was like, hey, he's got to, but he don't really got to. Bublik may be just content with being 13 in the world right now. It's a career high. Going to the finals, he may still be able to do so. He's only a spot away, so he might just be fine enough to do so. A bit of an overshoot there. So we didn't get him in the outright. We didn't get him on the spread, but we did get the Kecmanovic money line. All right, so let's just hop right back into the quarterfinals. It's late. I've had a long day of work, and I just need to get through this so you guys can get your picks, and we can go. All right, our first match is going to be Sebastian Korda and Musetti Kecmanovic in Athens, of course. And this is going to be their, fourth head-to-head? They played back in Winston-Salem, right? Korda kind of dusted him, 6-1, 6-4. Played him back in Adelaide earlier this year, too. Beat him 6-3, 7-6. And then 3 years ago, it was a 7-6, 6-3 win. All on the hard courts, by the way. It took you 3 sets to beat Jumhur and Popperin. Kecmanovic got rid of Maifshak in 2. Dardery took 3, which is a little odd, but I do think Dardery is good, so fair enough. But I would have thought Maifshak was a little bit tougher. But when these guys are hitting the margins, hitting the lines, it could be a close one. I do think this is going to go to a tiebreak at some point, but I think they may have. Maybe Korda's going to be the favorite here. Maybe, just maybe. And if that is the case, I like the Kecmanovic spread. Yeah, plus 188 as an underdog. Jeez. I don't think he gets beaten that bad, though, bro. The over total games at 20.5. I like that. It's at minus 215. I like that. I think both of these guys, whatever happened with these two earlier this year, one was in form, one wasn't. Both of them are, well, I'd say Kecmanovic is more in form right now than Korda is, based on what I've seen and how I've watched. Kecmanovic looks real good now. Korda beating Jumhur, it's kind of expected. He was a set 2 bandit in that match, though. Same in the Popper match. So, we'll see. We will see. I like the spread. Maybe plus 4.5 for Kecmanovic, but I like the over 20.5 games. Just based on what they've been doing on the indoor course this season, the 6-4 for Korda with a 61% win rate, and then the 6-5 for Kecmanovic with a 50% win rate. You can see why he's a minus 235 favorite, Mr. Korda. So, I probably won't be touching that match, just because Sebastian Korda is attached to it. And you never know with that guy. So next match we're going to be getting into is going to be Alexander Muller going against Lorenzo Musetti. And it is actually 1-0 in their head-to-head history. They played 2 years ago in Marrakesh and on the clay. Went to a 3-setter, but Muller won against the world number 9 right now. Echeverry, they played a triple tiebreak match. He's played 4 consecutive tiebreaks, Alexander Muller. Musetti played one against Wawrinka as well. I mean, just looking at that, I'm like, oh, well, take it for a tiebreak, Gato. 3-3 on the indoor courts this season for Muller. What a 49% win rate. And Musetti has a 48% win rate. Going 5-3 this season. Let's see what we're looking like. Plus 280 for Muller to get a set. Let me see. First set game spread. Let's see if I can take that. Muller to win 9 games. Interesting. One thing I do like is Musetti over 12.5 in a match like this. But I think if he's... I don't know, man. I feel like Muller can definitely pull out 10 games. But Echeverry and Struff is one level. Musetti is a completely different level. So, I do think the Musetti over 12.5 is a little bit better than the over 9.5 for Muller. I don't know who wins the money line, though. I couldn't tell you who wins. Honestly. Muller's been kind of balling. And Musetti, you know, he does his thing. He's been doing his thing. Against Wawrinka, that was a tough match. He came back and won. For sure. Damn near flipped the match. Crazy stuff. So, I don't know here. I'm not going to play this match because Musetti's involved. And you never really know with that guy. If you don't know why I feel that way, you should go back and check out what he did in Chengdu. In the final. You should go back and look at that for yourself. Yeah, so Muller has been having a pretty cold streak, but he's been getting hot here. Mind you. Took 7 tie breaks. 4 in a row, but Musetti didn't play too well in Paris, but now he's playing well here. He doesn't really need to get the points. Muller is just, I guess, playing for money. I don't know. I have no pick for that, to be honest with you. The tiebreak is the one thing I'd go for, which is at a, wow, 1 plus 185. Kind of crazy. All right, anyway, we're going to move on, though. Our next match is going to be Novak Djokovic going against Nuno Borges. And this is going to be their first head-to-head. Did anyone see how Djokovic looked in his last match? Has anyone heard the news about Djokovic going into the finals? If you don't know, I will tell you. Bro said he's going to be playing. I think I might have said the last video, but I'm going to say it again. He said he's going to play through this tournament first and see how he's feeling, and then he'll let us know if he's playing in Turin. So, Ben Shelton's already there practicing, so I'm sure other people are there practicing. I don't know what he's doing after this tournament. If this is the warm-up for Turin, then hey. Do we see him this entire... I don't know, man. He beat Tabur in straight sets, and he's going against Nuno Borges. I would love to take him in straight sets, but what do you think it's worth? What do you think it's worth? Come on, give me a number. Minus 190. Didn't think it'd be like that, though. Okay. Djokovic to win in straight sets. Maybe a tall order, but Borges dropped a set to Spazzuri. You can drop a set to Spazzuri, then. You're not taking no set off Djokovic in my mind. You couldn't take a set off Tien. You ain't taking no set off Djokovic. You can take a set off Medvedev. Sure. Not the Demon. Not Vukic. Not Botic van de Zandschulp. Oh, actually, I take that all back. He beat those guys. Not Taylor Fritz. Not Ignacio Buthe. Yeah, bro. The spread's at 4.5 for Djokovic. I'd put it up to 3.5 just to play it a little bit safe because he be getting in them tie breaks. But once he be winning them tie breaks, he be doing people in. He'll win by at least 3 games. At least 3. At the very least 3. But if you want to go a little riskier and take him for 4, it's minus 210. Or take him in straights as a single at minus 190. It's up to you. It's a decent price. It's not crazy good, but yeah, Djokovic wins. That future is still alive. So next and final match we have in Athens is going to be Marcus Giron going against Yannick Hanfmann. And this is going to be their second head-to-head. They actually played on the hard courts earlier this year in Melbourne in the Australian Open. It went to a 4-setter. Giron won. And Giron's in good form right now. Hanfmann is too, getting through Vit Kopcheva, but that's the only person so far. Pedro Martinez was a warm-up, but he ended up kind of doing Brandon Nakashima the same way. And Nakashima has had better days, I'll say that much, but now is not one of them. I like Marcus Giron here, man. I know it sounds crazy. I like him for at least a set. Oh, minus 460? No way. No way. I think that first set can be a little iffy. The first set they played was with 6-2 Yannick Hanfmann. So these guys are 2 years apart. Giron's my age. Hanfmann's about 2 years older. Rank-wise, they're about, 35 ranks apart. Hanfmann's not in the top 100 right now. But looking at their indoor hardcourt records, 10-2, 4-3 for Giron, but 10-2 for Hanfmann. So playing a bit better with a 58% win rate. Giron still has a 59% win rate career-wise, so has played a bit more matches too, to suffice for it. Yeah, I like him winning, but I just don't feel comfortable putting money on Marcus Giron, man. I can play him on DraftKings though. I like that. I like playing him on DraftKings, and I'll get jiggy with that. But that wraps up everything for me on what's going down in Athens. We can move over back to France, where we are going to start with who we got first. Okay. Our first is going to be Kieran Jacquet going against Cameron Norrie. All right. And this is going to be their first head-to-head. Cam Norrie's in the top 30 at this point, so facing someone in the top 156, he hasn't had to face people like that too often. Jacquet's been having a really good season, 35-22. Norrie's 37-28, so very close. 11-5, 11-15 on the outdoor courts, 8-3 on the indoor courts for Norrie, who has a 51% win rate on the indoor courts. Same with Kieran Jacquet, who has got a 6-3 record this season, but also a 51% win rate. But Cam Norrie has him beat by about 0.74. So, and a bunch of rank. So, looking at the odds, most likely are going to be probably in the 300s for Cam Norrie. If I can find... Okay, cool. Yeah, minus 300 on the money for Cam Norrie. Cool. Sick. Let's see how this Giron dude does against... Wait a minute, did he just play against a lefty? No. Let's see how he does against lefties. This lucky loser does decently well against him, but I don't think he's played against any of the top 100. Cam Norrie may be his first. Yeah. I don't think he's beaten Cam Norrie. Like, at all. Don't think he even gets a set. Cam Norrie in straights. I've taken Cam Norrie in straights before and I regretted it. It's minus 115, so I don't think it's worth it. But, yeah. I think Cam Norrie wins in straights. So I'll play him on DraftKings. Our next match is going to be... Who do we got? Got Lorenzo Sonego going against Daniel Altmaier. Oh my gosh. This screams danger. If you bet on this, you are wild. This is a nutty match. These two are just so random. I swear, bro. They're just so random with how their matches go, how they are in matches. Like, you just don't be knowing. Don't be knowing. But Sonego is the favorite. Crazy enough. Sonego is the favorite here. Minus 170. Which is crazy because did we not just see Altmaier just bagel Hugo Gaston, who was playing probably the best tennis he's been playing all season? And the dude just retired. He was like, oh, no, not in my own country. I can't do this anymore. This is too much. I don't know what it was. But getting bageled and then, like, retiring, like, getting the full bagel and retiring is honorable for sure, but damn. Quit right after is crazy. I don't want to touch this match whatsoever, but I will tell you what's going down with these two. This is going to be their third head-to-head, and it's been 2-0 for Sonego and everything. It's been over 7 years, 8 years since they played each other. Sonego has beat him in straight sets every time on the clay and carpet. Okay. So, they're 4 ranks apart at this point. I think this is going to be a 3-setter, if anything. If anything, this is going to be a 3-setter. I think Sonego might be good for a set, but I also think that, ooh, plus 124. Yeah. I like it. I like it. And then looking at the indoor court record, 57% for Sonego, 54% for Altmaier. Sonego has an 8-5 record this season with a 9-7 for Altmaier. But not too much of a sample size. About half as much as Sonego has. Seasonally, though, Altmaier is just in the middle. 34 wins this season. Impressive. 34 losses as well. Not that impressive. Sonego, 25 wins. Decent. 28 losses. What do I do? I stay away. That's all it says to me. Stay away, Gator. This is a dry swamp. So, I advise you to do the same. DraftKings, Altmaier for the upset, I guess. I don't know. Plus 170 or some shit like that. Plus 140. Underdog for Altmaier. If you want to take it, go ahead, go crazy. Now, this match here that we're getting into, this next one. Man, when I don't get surprised often. But damn, that surprised the fuck out of me. Anyway, we have Clement Tabur going against Vitaly Sachko. And fuck, man. Sachko kind of dismantled Bublik. And I did not see that coming at all. Like, Bublik tried to win that match. That wasn't some like, Bublik just fucked around and didn't cover the spread because he was bullshit. No, he tried to beat this guy and was struggling and then lost. Sachko had a bag that I didn't know people could come into this late in the season with. Like, oh my god. Counter punching, good serve, great movement, and he's like a tall guy. So I'm like, okay, the big dudes being able to move is like impressive to me because not a lot of these big guys can move well. No shade to Riley Opelka, but he's 7 feet, so that's a little bit of a difference. He's huge. He's like a tree, so. Anyway, let's talk about this match, because I'll tell you this right now. I saw those highlights because I had to work today, like I told you. But why is Sachko a fucking underdog? I haven't seen Tabur play. I saw him play a few weeks ago. I looked at highlights of him a few weeks ago. I don't think that's going to do much against this guy, bro. And I've been wrong literally yesterday and today. But that's some smoke I can't deny, bro. Vitaly Sachko money line. You beat Bublik, you beating somebody else as well. That much I know. They played each other once before. It looks like. Earlier in qualies. In a 3-setter. Sachko got the first set and then just kind of got dismantled by him. I think he beats him. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I think he beats him. He's gone through it. After that loss to Tabur, he's beaten Gio and Bublik. This guy's beaten Kovacevic and Blocks. This guy's leveled up since you've seen him, bro. Definitely has leveled up since you've seen him. I like the Sachko money line, man. Let's go into the stats. Let's see what they got. 8-1 for Mr. Tabur on the indoor courts this season. 14-10 for Sachko, the Ukrainian. He went 10-5 last season. He's got a 59% win rate, going against the 50% Tabur. Bro, give me the fucking money line on him. We got Tabur, who made it to what? Qualified himself into the quarterfinals in the Brest Challenger. Where he beat Otto Verden in the first round. That's the highlights I was watching. I didn't see him against Alex Galarna, though. And all I'm going to say is, bro, he not ready for that smoke. He not ready for that smoke again, bro. After what I seen, I just don't think he's going to be able to beat him in this quarterfinal. He's French, and he's playing in France, though. So that is kind of like why I think he's a bit of the favorite here. But bookmakers should know, after watching both of these matches, Sachko's playing better tennis. In my mind. 42 and 31 this season, going against someone who is 48 and 22, Tabur. But most of those wins were on the clay. 30 wins on the clay. 8-1. I mean, he is what? 19-8 on the hard courts this season. So he is playing well. Do we get another 3-setter? If you want to go for that, go ahead. It's probably worth more. It's worth more than taking the Sachko money line. So, if you, honestly, that's the outcome we got last time. If you think that this guy is going to be able to produce a set against him, then yeah. He did drop a set to Bublik, but he didn't drop a set to Gio, did he? No. And this Clement kid doesn't have that crazy of a serve game. Sachko doesn't either, but he has a very effective serve. Like, he aced Bublik like 7 times. I like his aces. It's at 4.5. Tabur is a bit scrappy though, so he moves well, so the acing might be limited. Let's see how many times he got ace. I think blocks got him 9 times, bro. Blocks got him 9 times, and this line's at 4.5. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I like that. Give me the Sachko aces at 5. We can get jiggy with that. How many did he get last against Gio? 3 against Gio. He'll need the 3 sets to do it, most likely. So, let me see. Tabur had 5 on Kovacevic. Kovacevic only had 4 on him. Kovacevic's serve isn't that great. Sachko had 6 the last time they played last week or earlier this week, a few days ago. So I like him doing it again. I also like him winning though, so I might play him on DraftKings. But that will wrap that matchup for me. And last but oh so not least, we have quite the matchup. We have big Matteo Berrettini going against Lerner Tien. And this is going to be their first head-to-head. But I caught some of the highlights, right? Berrettini was looking fucking good. The only thing is, when we get Berrettini looking good, he's good for like 2 matches. And it looks like he's due for a loss. He beat Cam Norrie, a lefty, very recently. It went to double tiebreak. Went to a 3-setter. But he ended up getting the dub. But he lost against Ugo in straights. Also with a tiebreak. That is something I see. He does play a fair amount of tiebreaks, but when it comes to playing against lefties, he plays one every time. He played Adrian Manarino as well. And went to a tiebreak on the hard court. So literally, his last 3 losses have all been in tiebreaks. But his last 3 matches against lefties have had 4 tiebreaks in total. So I think with Tien's return game, and he's been upping his bag. I don't know if you was noticing. Tien been doing some other little shit here. I like Tien to get a tiebreak. It's some smoke. It's some smoke here. And he's been doing decently well. He hasn't been playing really, really incredibly well. So I think he might up his level up for someone like a Berrettini. Him against, what was that dude's name? Eshargui. The Tunisian dude, like he was, I think, a bit lackadaisical going through that first set. Gave up a break point, kind of got back into the game, so won the tiebreak still. So the focus came, but still. They finished both of their matches in the same fashion. 7-6, 6-3. That's 22 games. The 21.5 is a thing. Now, let's see. What is Tien? Tien is a underdog at plus 104. You know me, man. Oh, wow. They just took it off the board. It's like, yeah, he's plus 104 on one place, but minus 102 somewhere else. So just shop well for this price. I'm going to take him at plus money because they have it for plus money right now. I'll sprinkle something on it. But looking at their stats, Berrettini, this is his least successful surface. Just letting you know that. 56% win rate. He's 5-3 this season. Tien's 3-1. Losing to Rublev. Last season he went 10-5. He's got a 72% win rate. Challenger level for those 20-5, the 20-5 record he accumulated, but he knows the surface pretty well. This is a good moving court. I think he was adjusting a bit, trying some new things out against Echeverry, but his match against Blanchet was pretty cut and dry. So I like him. Obviously, I like him winning, but I like him covering a spread in the highest reality. Maybe a plus 3.5, but it's worth little to nothing. The spread's at 0.5. Jesus. For all that, you might as well take him to win, bro. That's some bullshit. The spread at 0.5. Berrettini aces. I go for that under. 9 aces. Give me the under. Give me the under. Let's see, how many did Rublev get on? 7? Oh, yeah. Under, yes. Give me that. Under aces. That's the play. I like that. I like that. Y'all know Tien got one of the best return games in the up-and-comers. He gonna have to get his points up, too. He playing for rank 2. He want to be the best ranked next-gen finalist. Pretty sure they still have. I think they're still in that, right? ATP, let me see. ATP Tour, next-gen. Hello. Come on. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Lerner Tien is currently ranked number 3 out of the next gen finals. Jacquet is still number 1 with 2,100 points. Tien's at 1,350. So if he wins this, 250. He's still in third, honestly. And no one's near them whatsoever. Blocks is literally a whole, 700 points away from him. So, really, that's the top 3. Fonseca, Minchik, and Tien. They're really the ones. Everyone else is kind of fighting to play them, if anything. But that does wrap everything up for me. Gosh, I've had such a long day. But thank you guys for sticking around watching. Love you all. I gotta go wake up early as fuck and work again, but I know we all need these plays. So, make sure I get them to you guys. Okay. Excuse me. We don't have Bublik here anymore, so there goes that future. What are we left with? Berrettini? Sachko? I think I always have this thought that if you can beat the guy who I think is favorited, then you're supposed to win. Fasharov was one of those people, right? So, anyway, catch you guys tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in with me. And, yeah, bet wisely, be smooth, and be safe.